Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. With the warm weather and all the junk food that's available for people to buy quick, there is halachas that we should learn and review. There is a statement that Chazal say, and it's mentioned in the end of the first parak of Masechta Kedushin. Tana Rabbanan, the Rabbanan have taught us, ha'oichel b'shuk, one who eats in the marketplace, harei zeh doima lekelev. Eating in the marketplace is like a dog. You're like a dog. How halachically, what does that mean? V'yeshayimrim, and there are those halachic opinions that say that because of his behavior that he's pasul le'edus. A person who eats in a marketplace, out in public, he is not trustworthy. You cannot trust him as a witness. Just for eating out in public. Eating a meal out in the public place, in a shuk. What's the connection? Comes Rashi, and Rashi explains. Upasul le'edus, says Rashi, the kivon she'ena mina yishuv, since he's not acting like a person, a settled person, eating in the marketplace is not a settled person. Ein makbid al atzmai, he's not careful of his behaviors. Ve'ein loy boishes panim, and he's not embarrassed. He has no busha. And that's why he shouldn't be. He's doima lekelev. That's why he's like a dog. A dog has chutzpah. A person like that who eats b'shuk has chutzpah. So a person with chutzpah is somebody who we cannot trust. V'chein ha'oichel b'shuk. So somebody who eats in the market, ha'oil ve'ein makpid al kvoidoi, since he obviously doesn't care about his own honor, his own respect, einoi boish l'zalzo ba'atzmai. He's not careful about what people think about himself, or what people say. Oh, look at this guy! Well, he drinks in public, he eats in public. He won't care. He won't care to lie and say things that he'll say whatever it is. So we can't trust what he is saying. Wow, that means to say, eating in public is something that puts a pagam, puts a blemish on the person's trust. So we have to discuss this a moment. We have to discuss, A, what does eating mean? Does eating mean a snack? You see many people eating stuff out in public. What does eating mean? Drinking a coffee. You see people drinking coffee on the street. You see people drinking pop, soda on the street. And what does shuk mean? Eichel b'shuk, doima lekelev. So these are discussions that are brought in Paiskim. So first of all, in halacha, it's brought, the Tosfos brings that this specifically is more for pas, a su'uda, bread, to eat a su'uda, barabim, in a public way, is rafsonis, is an act of freserai. He doesn't care people watching him. That's chutzpah, that's arrogance, that's disgusting. Somebody like that is doima lekelev. Somebody like that is somebody who we shouldn't trust because he's ekeldik. He doesn't care about what people think. He wouldn't care to lie, and you can't trust him for edus. But something like a snack, perhaps there wouldn't be a problem. So obviously, a drink, it's in the halacha. Many poskim say perhaps this statement, ha'oichel b'shuk. Many poskim say a drink is not that bad. Obviously, for Talmidei Chachamim, as the saying is, a scratch in a cheap car is not that bad. A scratch on a Rolls Royce, a scratch on a very fancy car, the smallest scratch makes a big deal. So, for Talmidei Chachamim, even to drink, it's brought in halacha, even to drink in public would not be preferable, would not be a nice thing to do. But that's drinking in public, eating in public, halachically. Another thing which is brought in a discussion in the Sifrei Shayos Yeshuvas, even when it is in a public way, in a public place, does it make a difference if it is by night or by day? Does it make a difference if there are people there or not? Is it the etzem metzias that it's out in the public? For example, it's brought in a riddle question would be, let's say it's Erev Pesach, and people are running out of the house, they don't want to eat in their home, because the house is clean from chametz, and the only place you can eat a bagel, you can eat the chametz, is outside. And here you're eating bread, actually, you want to eat a bagel. And you're eating outside, and you're eating bashuk, you're eating in a public place. But the fact is, there is nobody outside right now. So the Achrayim discuss, is it allowed because you're eating in a way when nobody is there? So the discussion of Eichel B'Shuk, the issue of Eichel B'Shuk, Daima Lekelev, you're not doing it in an arrogant, in a grubber way, it won't be there. And therefore, live and let live. Or, the act is a bad act. The fact that there's nobody there, it's just a midah that a person should not have. So this is something, just a lesson how Torah doesn't only refine the spiritual actions of a person. You just see that, as the Rambam says in Hilchas Deis, a chacham is nikar not only in his intellectual thoughts, a chacham is nikar in his speech and what he eats and how he eats. And this is things that we have to, especially now in the summer months, brush up and be very, very careful.